Over here and you look in China, China at 649 million, it's over double with the United States. In other words, it got 19%, so then it goes China, and then it goes Japan, and then it goes to India, with the US being in their second. But once again, just the internet use and why this entire concept of e-marketing and promoting is because people are just, it is just so out there. The big question when we get into e-marketing, and by the way, this is not this presentation in 45 minutes. I really can't get in depth. As I said, I pulled just a lot of this individual slides from the 15-week course, and then also you can see a little bit later on we're developing that credit-based certificate and things like that. So I'm just kind of like pulling a lot of different information from there. Also, but why do people go online? Why is e-marketing so important? First off, it's a new product or service. And once again, it's just getting that information, things out there. How many times have you gone online looking at something because you have a question? You got a question, you want to get an answer for it. That's it, it's e-marketing. You're looking for help. That's the biggest, it's interesting. Next to Google, YouTube is the second largest search engine. And the biggest topic we tell businesses things we're working with in our YouTube for business class is it's the how-to videos. So in our workshop, the first thing we work with small business people and nonprofits, what we do with them is we have the very first project they do is who they are and what their service is. And that's one of the first times that businesses, nonprofits, organizations have really been sat down and had to think about that and put it on paper and distill it down to a 2-minute message. And that was the hardest. That was the hardest part. I mean, they were writing 2 and 3 and 4 pages, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, and we just got to bring it down to that 2 minutes. So who ever looked for help? Also, next one was information. The nonprofits just jumped at this. This was just the most important. Nonprofits were I enjoy working with nonprofits. They're great to work with. Their missions are just so noble. And now they had all these resources at their fingertips, so they were just totally overwhelmed. So much they wanted to get out in there. But getting information out from individuals or nonprofits. Meeting attendance, that little app you have on there is a perfect example. The little app you have for the conference. Another reason why people go online. Business contacts. It's been a great business to business, business to consumers. General information that's out there. It's another big thing for e-marketing. Interesting thing now is you can't go for a job unless you go online. And I was explaining to students, and we were talking in class about, is internet access a right or a privilege, is a utility. You can't apply for a job. You can't look for a job unless you're on there. And also the same thing, what are all the available jobs? This gave us the opportunity in our program to now partner with content creators. We talked about doing in our program. It's such a large part of collaboration. In other words, there are students who are your techie experts. There are people coming in who have the content information, and it's getting all those people to work together in those small groups. And the one thing the speaker said that I thought was really so appropriate, so perfect, was that, remember in the early day when you talked about doing a group project, 1 or 2 people did all the work, but in this model, everybody, because everyone's pulling, because everyone is bringing something to the table. And it's been kind of really interesting to see that work in this e-marketing type of thing. So it's partnering with all these content creators. So we're looking at e-marketing. Interesting, best good thing on here we're talking about here is it's growing exponentially. The growth of the web, there's more videos. There's more videos watched on the web than in all the broadcast services. So the web has become that universal distributor. And it's talking about making it a level playing field. It's driven the broadcast networks crazy. The fact that they used to be the gatekeepers of the content you saw, and now it's coming directly to you. Remember how your cable companies